Biden was there to mark that anniversary since the start of the war that falls precisely on Friday, a war at this point that has no end in sight. Heidi's here tonight and talked to those people in Minnesota who have felt this conflict daily for the last year.
Yeah, Jana, the Ukrainian American community in Minnesota has been very active over the past year. We spoke to someone showing their support and another receiving it.
On February 24, 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. Days later, Oleg Ladin was joining the efforts to defend his homeland.
My parents raised me to love my homeland. I have the means and I have the resources and I have the willpower to go back and and help whatever I can.
Oleg lives in Brooklyn Park with his wife and 2 kids, but last year Oleg was traveling for work when war was declared. He went straight to Ukraine.
In the first couple months, I was with the Territorial Defense Battalion, and then I started volunteering, mostly bringing vehicles for the Army and for the medics from Poland.
When was the first time you were able to come back to Minnesota and see your family?
First time I came back, I think it was middle of June. Came back for a month, and then I went back at the end of July.
Oleg has been traveling back and forth ever since, helping with the war efforts.
Kyiv, it's mostly life as usual. People do go out. They try, stay positive. When we do have like the air sirens going and people go into the bomb shelters, as they come out, they start donating for the war effort.
Since the invasion, more than 14 million Ukrainians have fled their homes.
I really hope that the war ends in 2023.
Through a translator, Serhiy Chabenko told us that he, along with his wife and 3 kids, fled Ukraine last March. They made their way to the U.S. in December and now live in St. Paul.
Everybody expected that it won't start. Once it started, we all were expected it to end like in half a year.
Now Serhiy and his family are making a new home in Minnesota with the help of a sponsor. The Minnesota-based nonprofit Alight serves as support, not only for sponsors, but for the families, becoming a part of their village as they adjust to life here.
I really pray and hope that this war will end soon. And I would like to say thank you to the U.S., to the government, to people here who are helping Ukraine.
Does it feel like it's been a year?
This year it went by very quick. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's it's been that long.
Oleg says the images from the war stay with him, like the ones of Ukraine's national flower.
What stuck the most is the fields of the sunflowers burned, and then you drive up by the fields and it's just black. It's very moving.
His hope is that as the war continues, others won't forget.
Oleg just returned from Kyiv on Saturday. He plans on returning to Ukraine in the end of spring. And as we approach that 1-year mark, a lot of refugees here need support. We have more information online about Alight's efforts. Jana.
Yeah, and Alight's been busy too with Turkey, Syria, and still with Ukraine. So let's help if we can. Thanks, Heidi.
Absolutely.